Welcome to my world. My name is Reginald Gardner, and I will be helping you to set up your Facebook page. Reminding you that this is a social media. If you go to www.facebook.com, we will begin our profile setup. You want to start with a good profile picture. As you're looking at my picture here, you will see a pencil sketch in the background. Well, that's all well and good, but that's not good enough for Facebook. Remember, this is Facebook. People want to see your face. So therefore, we need to show them our face. If you do not have a good photograph, then I would encourage you to have a professional one made. Also, again, because it is Facebook, you want to have a nice big smile. Alright, you're getting the picture. Good. So as we continue in building your profile, there are some things that I want to point out. You need to go to the About section, About You, and you're going to find several things in that menu, and they all need to be filled out. First, work and education. You need to put your work and your education in there. Next, you'll find places where you lived. Be sure that you fill that out. And then you want to fill out your contact and your basic info. After that, put in your family and your relationships. Remember, this is a social media. From there, you want to go then to your details about you. And be creative. This is your wow factor. People get on Facebook because they like to read about the stories of people. So you need to be able to put something in there creative. Something that will draw people to you. Also, life events. And you fill these all out, and then you make them public. People come on to Facebook because they want to learn about other people. You do not want to put your phone number there. That's the one thing that I would not make public. Something else that I would refrain from, some people want to use Facebook to increase their business. And that is fine, except you have to have the proper way to do it. So, do not put your business URL in Facebook. People do not want to be sold. They come on here to connect to family and friends and to make other friends. And the last thing that they want is for somebody trying to sell them something. But there is a way to do that, and I will cover that in another video. So let's continue on with our setup. As we come to the Help section, you'll notice on your Facebook page, at the very top, on the right hand side, there will be a round circle that looks like the earth or a globe, and to the right of that you'll see a blue arrow drop down. And there you can drop down into the Help section, and as we cover that, you'll see that the first item that we have is a link that will help you in more detail in your setup if this video is not good enough. Number 2, it tells us to choose a category, and that we are going to do in just a little bit. Number 3, it tells us to select a specific category, in other words, building on number 2, and that we will do as well. And then number 4, it has get started. From there we come on down and we see some other helpful hints or suggestions that I would highly recommend. It talks about the name that we can use on Facebook. And I would suggest that you get familiar with that because you do not want your page to be pulled down. Then below that, it has some other helpful hints on creating pages, and I would get familiar with that as well. Alright, well, let's continue on with our building our page. Here we have the categories that were talked about. And starting from the upper left-hand corner, we have local business or place. And then to the right of that, we have company or organization. To the right of that, we have brand or product. Then down below that in the left corner, we have artist, band, or public figure. Then to the right of that, we have entertainment. To the right of that, we have a cause or a community. A brief definition of each one of those, going back up to the local business. In case you have a storefront, if you have a storefront, this is where you deal with this particular category. In other words, a brick and mortar business. Then to the right of that, we have a company. If you own a company or you own an online business, this would be the category for you. Then to the right of that, we have the brand or product. In other words, known named brands or known named products, and this is where that will be filled out. Then below that we have the artist, the band, or this forum. And that is where you will have athletes and dancers and writers and etc., etc., etc. To the right of that, you have entertainment. What that is, maybe a radio station or book series or library, etc., etc. To the right of that, you have a cause or community. This is charities, non-profit. Maybe there's some fundraising going on with a cancer drive, or maybe you have a church activity. This is where those take place. Alright, we go back up into the upper left-hand corner, and we have a drop down. This is where you put in your business name and your contact information, and then you have the get started. We move to the right of that, and we have then the company or your online business, and this is where you put in that information, and then you have your get started. To the right of that, you have your brand or your product. You'll have a drop-down category there, which will be quite extensive, naming a number of brands that will be familiar to you, and you fill in the appropriate information here, and then you get started. Down in the left-hand corner, you have then the artist, and then you have again a drop-down menu or category there. And so you pick then that which is relevant to you. You have getting started. Then to the right of that you have entertainment. And in that entertainment, as I mentioned, you'll have a quite extensive menu dealing from anything from radio station to book series. You pick the category that's pertinent to you and then get started. Then to the right of that you have your cause or your charity, your non-profit organization. Again, you pick your category there, you fill out the information, and then you get started. This gives us a pretty good overview of how to set up your Facebook page. And as I mentioned, you want to be very careful in not putting any business URLs or making your page look like one big commercial. People are interested in getting to know you. And if you do this right, and I have videos that will walk us through this step by step, you'll be able to build yourself a very good residual income. I want to thank you for visiting my page, for allowing me to give you an introduction to Facebook. You're on a very wonderful journey. And also, if you'd like to visit http://www.reginaldgardner.com, I have quite an extensive library of information, opportunities that you can take advantage of and build a quite lucrative residual income. But again, thank you for visiting my page, and may God bless you.